You know, this interview is it's almost a joke because I've been stalking this guy online and almost around the world, at least around the United States, for about 3 years. 3 years ago, I was standing next to famous aviation photographer Kedar Karmarkar at Nellis Air Force Base at Aviation Nation, and I didn't even know it was him. And I've been a fan of your photography for years and years and years.
Thank you, sir.
Kedar, it is a pleasure to meet you in person.
Same here.
Now, one of the things that is, there's three things that are most remarkable about your photography. First of all, your photography is technically absolutely incredible. You're one of the best photographers in all of aviation.
Okay.
Then second of all, your use of social media is incredibly prolific. You're everywhere. And then I go to the bookstore and I pick up print media, and you're in Combat Aircraft Magazine, and you're in all of these publications. And then thirdly, you seem to be everywhere, all over the world. How do you do it?
I think it's just lucky. I work for Cisco, which is a multinational company, and we keep having sometimes customer conferences all over the world. Especially with the Australian one, we have a company conference which is a week after the air show. So kind of that allows me to mix business with pleasure and be there. I kind of go early and then take over my company stuff and then back kind of go home.
How long have you been shooting aviation photos?
On and off, started in 2002 or 3, but more seriously 2005 or 6 onwards.
Now you got very good very fast. How did you learn aviation photography?
I didn't get very good very fast. It was a ladder because I started off in 2005 or 6. I used to follow fence check.
You still here?
Yeah. Unfortunately. And I used to my main inspiration at that time was the fence check guys, which was a forum. I used to kind of mingle around, share techniques, learn from others, how they are shooting. So and then kind of started with processing stuff, because the one thing I realized, composing a shot is half the battle won. You also need to know kind of the processing techniques. And again, I'm no champion in post-processing stuff. I'm still learning, but I just kind of I have an image in my mind, and then I just try to get it in my post-processing skills, whatever I have.
Now you work full-time in IT.
Yeah.
Has that been a benefit for your aviation photography?
In a way, yes. With all the tech industry, things that go on, and then the skills that you need for your Photoshop or Lightroom, those kind of things. So to a certain degree, yes. Yeah.
And when speaking of, I know you're a Nikon man. You shoot with Nikon because I've seen your equipment and I've seen it mentioned before. What kind of post-processing do you do? The funny thing, you've seen this guy's photos because he's so famous, but the thing that's most remarkable, I shoot a photo here at Thunder over Michigan, and I go home and I look at it, I'm like, this is pretty good. And then you shoot a similar photo of the same subject, and I'm looking at yours, I'm like, how does this guy even do this? It's like 10 times better.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to post-processing, I am no champ. I just open stuff in Lightroom. After I'm done with Lightroom, I go on with Nik plugins.
With what?
Nik, N-I-K.
NIK plugins?
Plugins, yeah. And then I just use that stuff. And maximum I use Photoshop for content-aware fill or something like that. But nothing more, I'm not into pixel manipulation and all that, which some other people are really out there. It's just, I think, basic stuff of getting that the right shot with the right camera settings, and then I have every one of us has a variation of the picture in his mind, and I have mine.
Yeah.
So I just go ahead and do it.
Well, one of the things you're known for, I've tried to learn prop blur, the process of getting a perfect propeller disc from Kedar. I failed miserably at it every time, and then you've gotten very good at it.
I guess I'm just lucky, and that has been my motto: be lucky than good. It's because I don't use any gyro stuff and all that. I just try to get it the way just in camera, VR, and that's it. And then try to get the blur. I guess I got steady hands, and that's about it. there's no other magic trick to it.
Everything you do though, your sensitivity to lighting and reflection and composition and all of those things they're truly incredible, especially composition.
Yeah, composition. I keep learning from others. I follow many people as well, and everywhere there are those angles that you haven't thought of. There are some angles that you're passing by and suddenly it's kind of a brainwave. Like, oh, maybe there's an angle here. So most of them are kind of on the spur. Some of them are like I have it in my mind that I need this shot. Especially with air-to-air, I kind of like the close-ups.
I noticed that you have a lot of close-cropped photos, and that it adds a tremendous amount of drama to your photos.
Yeah,
and intimacy as well.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So I will shoot wide angle when the lighting and everything is good, but then my main focus is to get those close-in shots, because that's my appeal. That's what appeals to me. So yeah.
And last question for you, how have you achieved so much success in what I'll call distribution, where I see you constantly on the web across many different aviation news outlets, and then I see you in print media. You just published a book too, which is excellent, by the way, about Red Flag.
Right. Yeah.
Which is you have to see his book. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link in this to his book.
It's kind of funny, like this whole social media thing. I am on Facebook. I haven't yet figured out what Twitter is. I am on Twitter, but I'm passive. Like, I don't post anything. The only thing I get is like Facebook, and then incidentally, the Instagram world that was introduced to me by my boss at work. And first I thought like Instagram was like college kids, taking photos of their lunch and ice cream and all that. And then my boss said, like, give it a shot. And then once when I was on a work trip to Dallas, my flight got delayed like by 3 hours. And I'm like, okay, I've done my stuff from work. Okay, let's check out this Instagram thing. And that's how it started off.
And you're huge on Instagram now.
Yeah, again, no special things. I don't use that sponsorship or whatever that.
Yeah, it's all done on done on the merit of your content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing special that I do.
It's truly amazing. I think the last question I got to ask you is, you are a prolific traveler. You're all over the world. You do air-to-air shoots. It's great to have you here at Thunder over Michigan. What do you got coming up for the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, I might again go across the pond for my shoot with the aviation photo crew around September. And then maybe a couple of air-to-air shoots with Scott that we have planned. Maybe a couple of exercises that I can do. Yeah, that's about it.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, after 2 years of stalking you online, it's a pleasure to finally meet you and chat with you in person. Keep those photos coming, because for guys like me who are wannabes, you're a tremendous inspiration, and we're always learning from you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Tom Demerly for theaviationist.com with Kedar Karmarkar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.